Hi, I'm Erica Metzger. I'm the Beauty and Fashion Director at Better Homes and Gardens, and I'm gonna show you how to use root concealer products. If you're in between hair color appointments and sometimes, you get that stripe of color, that kind of, those grays that come in, it's nice to have something you can kind of quickly hide those if you want to, cover them and you can't dye your hair right away. Or if you're like me, I've got these guys that come into my temples and they're kind of just like, it's not a ton, but it's kind of enough to be noticeable. So sometimes I just want to cover them up. I mean, I haven't colored my hair honestly in 6 months. So I am in a place of possibly embracing my grays, but I still like having an option where sometimes if I want to cover them, I can. And these temporary products are basically like makeup for your hair. So you apply them, you match them to the color of your own hair, and then they rinse out or they wash out when you shampoo your hair. So there's like no commitment. It's not like, permanent hair color. So let me show you a few of the different kinds of root concealers, and I'll show you, and you can decide, which is gonna work best for your hair. So the first root concealer product I'm using is a stick or a crayon, and these you basically can kind of target individual hairs. They're kind of good for like small spots, and I just kind of like go in and find the hairs that are a little bit more like wiry and that pop out, and I just kind of basically just draw over it to add some color. And what's nice about like the crayons is that they're a little bit waxy, so they actually hold down your hair. They have a little bit of hold to them. So it's kind of a nice way to control some of the grays, not only, add color to them, but also kind of keep them in place. And if you get it on your scalp, you just kind of rub it in so that it blends evenly. But those are kind of nice just for the little spots and little areas, tiny little touch-ups. So now I'm going to show you how to use a root concealing powder, and I actually keep a product like this at my desk for when I have to go on calls. Like, this is kind of my go-to touch-up product these days. It looks kind of like eyeshadow, and I have a shade that matches the color of my hair. It's like a medium brown, and for me, I also have some thinness, and that can happen around your hairline. It's really common. And so the powder is actually a really nice way to just make your hair look like it's thicker in areas where it's a bit thinner and you just see more scalp. So I actually use it kind of to camouflage thinning as well, in addition to covering over the grays. And so I'm just brushing it on. It's super easy. I'm just kind of blending it until I have covered enough of the white hairs, and just to make sure it's like nicely blended. Next, we're going to use a spray to conceal our gray roots, and these you want to just give them a nice little shake, and you're going to hold it about 6 inches from your head and just mist over the areas where you have the grays that you want to cover. Sprays are really good if you have a lot of gray roots coming in, so around the part line they can cover that area really quickly in a much more efficient way than the powder or a crayon. So if you have a lot of grays, I definitely recommend a spray, and they can have a little bit of fallout there, so just use a tissue to wipe off your skin when you're done. If you make a mess, it's not a big deal. It wipes off pretty easily, and then you want to just kind of give it a minute or so to dry before you start messing with it too much, but you'll see it really does give you a lot of nice coverage. So those are some easy ways to hide the grays. For more great tips, go to bhg.com, and thanks for watching.